Well, hey everyone. My name is Asia Scudder, and I am the host of Lavender and Sage. I wanted to point out just super quickly sort of a backyard project I'm working on that I've termed hashtag beesatwork. Basically, using underutilized areas like this in the back of this is really literally like the back of a parking lot. And I'm converting this with the property owner's permission to bees and pollinator gardens. And because there were so many weeds here, I did have 2 truckloads of mulch that's non-treated, non-dyed mulch brought in, it was probably around March of this year. I put an underlayment of cardboard right on top of all of the mixtures of weeds and grasses that had grown waist high. Put it right on top, smashed it down. In some cases, even you could see I put pellets on top of the cardboard, and then had the dump truck come and just dump 2 loads of, in this area at least, 2 loads of mulch. And one thing that I notice is that there's still weeds coming up through that. Now look, there is one milkweed that is volunteered, which is really exciting, pretty neat. And that is right there. So that's obviously a great plant for the monarch butterflies. Super lovely. And I am working, it's such a hot day, I came down to water because I don't want to put water on the leaves of the plants, but I do want to make sure that they're sustained through this heat. There's so much evaporation going on. And I just wanted, I've seen on a couple of other groups concerns about how to get rid of grass and start a flower garden or a wildflower garden. And I wanted to just give a quick update. These are the types of gardens also, you guys, that I tend to move slower, because sometimes moving slower means that I'm not using pesticides and I'm not using herbicides, and letting time help me work through the problems that might come up. So I'm going to show you here. This is just a grass that is one of the annual kind of annoying grasses that has come up right through the mulch. And you can see how long, look at how long that root is. Can you believe it? So even in areas, and you can see that for yourselves too, like even in areas where there's just concrete, there, like here in the parking lot, right? This gets driven over every day. Basically, it's asphalt. We all know this. And the cracks in the concrete, somehow the weeds, the grass, they find their way there. It's one of the reasons I never use landscape fabric except like an underlayment for gravel or flagstone pathways, because it just does not work. It really doesn't work. And it inhibits the flow of oxygen and water and nutrients to the underground dwellers in the soil, like the earthworms and the roly-polies and even some of the fungi that really, mycorrhizal fungi that really need energy and nutrition and support to be progressive. So what I like to do is just work a little bit more on a slower timeline, and even with no water and 2 feet of mulch, can't believe grass is just absolutely growing through this pile. And I did put cardboard down. So this is just a quick FYI to just be patient and mindful while you are working in garden areas. I will continue to build this garden in layers. I'm watching it taking my time. So it may be by the end of the season before the seedlings really start taking off. I have some yarrow I've planted. Somebody donated just a little black-eyed Susan, so that's sort of suffering. So we put some extra good nutrition in that soil for it. And anyway, I'll keep reporting on our Bees at Work project. I just wanted to let everyone know, believe me, as an ex-landscaper, I got used to going super fast on everything I did. So fast. And so it's really a joy to be determined and take my time and just get to know the garden. And also, just as a shout out to lamb's quarters, some of the weeds that show up in our gardens are actually very nutritious and helpful. You might even think that the earth knows what it's doing and gives us the things that we need to rebalance our bodies and our soils. So, okay, this is non-traditional landscaping, but I'm assured that based on my years and years of experience, that this will become a really beautiful, beautiful garden. And I'm so looking forward to it.